Okay, wonderful. Okay, so welcome everybody. As you know, this is Wednesday. We follow the same recipe. First, we start by learning from others. I've actually picked a new book now from. I'm using one of these pocket books from Pema Chodron. It's important to remember that we don't have to agree with the author. We don't have to like the author. We can still learn things from each other. And then we do the physical practice, and then we do the seated meditation. And then, as we talked about a couple of weeks ago, what I would like to add one more thing, if you guys are interested. And this is something one Jennifer Rees, my yoga nidra teacher, does with us a lot when we take trainings with her. We use a notebook and a pen to write something down, whatever comes up, and we use crayons to draw whatever comes up. It's just a way to integrate what we're learning. So I decided to have this stuff close by, and then after class, I'll do it. And you don't have to share it with anyone. This is for you, and just do it for a while and see what happens. Just an invitation to try something new. Okay, so let's see what Pema Chodron has to say. Right here is a good place to start. Start where you are. This is very important. Meditation practice is not about later when you get it all together and you're this person you really respect. You may be the most violent person in the world. That's a fine place to start. That's a very rich place to start. Juicy, smelly. You might be the most depressed person in the world, the most addicted person in the world, the most jealous person in the world. You might think that there are no others on the planet who hate themselves as much as you do. All of that is a good place to start. Just where you are, that's the place to start. Okay, so with that in mind, we're getting ready for the physical practice. So what did I hear from Pema Chodron? Start where you are. So what I'm hearing is no matter how bad things are, I'm not going to wait to start practicing. I'm going to start now. So the two concepts we could play with, so we have a tendency to procrastinate. The two concepts we could play with is now and later. Now and later. Like, why not now? Okay, so finding your seat, sitting up tall, looking at your feet, lift the heels, lift the toes, starting to bring the mind into the body. The mind has a tendency to fly around out there, and we want to bring it in to our body. And one way of doing that is to actually watch our own physical body. Notice a connection between the soles of the feet and the floor. And then eventually come to stillness. Bring your awareness to your two sitting bones. Playing with the idea that one sitting bone is willing to start practicing now, right here where we are. And the other one is like, maybe we can do it later. So now or later. Now or later. It's funny. If you want to, you can place your hand on your belly. Another teacher I work with, Patty Townsend, she talks about the pit of the belly. So imagine how the pit of the belly goes in and up, in and up. And that gives you internal support for growth, spiritual growth. And then travel up to your shoulders. Shoulders are wide, releasing and wide. The neck is long. Maybe a slight tuck of your chin to lengthen the back of your neck. And then if you want to, you can use your fingers to find the crown of the head. And then maybe bring your awareness to your breathing. Noticing the inhale, noticing the exhale. And if you want to, you can move around among these points in your physical body, the soles of your feet, the sitting bones, pit of the belly, shoulders, neck, crown of the head, and chin. You can keep your eyes open or closed. If you want to, you can place one hand on your belly and the other one at your lower back. And then notice how you're breathing into your hand on your belly. On the inhale, the belly is expanding. And on the exhale, the navel releases back in towards the spine. Now, bring your awareness to your hand on your back and see if you can breathe into that hand. Can you breathe into your back hand? That's going to be harder than the front hand, right? But maybe it's possible. So play with that idea. Breathing into your back body, breathing into your back body. Notice how on the inhale, your back body is expanding into your hand. Exhale and release towards your spine. Inhaling into your back body. And then maybe try to breathe in two directions. So can you breathe in and expand both your front body and your back body? So let's play with that for a few moments. And release. Okay, now place your hands on your knees and then gently start the cat-cow movement. Notice how your physical body feels this morning. Notice if you want to move fast or slowly. And then maybe add the breathing with the physical movement. So exhale and round your back. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale round. And you can move as fast or as slowly as you want. Keep on doing what you're doing. And then now on the inhale, notice if you can inhale into both your front and your back body. And then exhale both ways towards the spine. And then release and come back to neutral, checking in with the soles of the feet, your sitting bones, shoulders, neck, crown of the head, chin. Okay, look at your hands, your beautiful hands. And then open and close, and imagine yourself and your hands as blinking, bubbling stars. All the way up, clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. And this time, if you want to, you can breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And same here on the inhale, maybe try to expand your body, both the front body and the back body. The front body is much softer, and of course that's going to expand easier, but maybe play with the idea that you can expand in both directions. And then reach and reach and reach and reach. Notice how your side body is stretching and opening up, and how you're using your feet, you're pushing into the earth to reach up high. Pushing into the earth to reach up high. And then maybe play with the two concepts. Should I start practicing now, right where I am, or should I wait? Oh, now or later, now or later. There's a part of us who wants to do it tomorrow. Like, I'll start my practice tomorrow instead of today, for all kinds of reasons. And then reach and turn, let the arms go wide, look behind you. And then release, shake it out, lift the shoulders a few times. And then look at your hands again, knowing that we can take action now or later. Blinking, bubbling stars all the way up, clasp the hands, turn them over. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Expanding both front body and back body as you're inhaling. And then reach and reach and reach and reach. Notice how you're pressing into the earth to reach up high. And then turn in the other direction, look behind you, breathe. And then release, lift the shoulders a few times. Okay, now let's paint. Let's paint. No. Let's go to cactus first. So cactus twisting, new perspectives, or going in two different directions. I could start practicing now, or I could practice later. I could start practicing now or practice later. And how does my life change if I start practicing now or later? So there's a part of me who wants to procrastinate. Some things are easy to do now. So if I can continue, if good patterns I have, I want to continue swimming in that direction with that current. So there might be parts of my life or my practices that are easy. I have no hesitation. So I'll keep on doing the good things. And then sometimes it's hard for me to start practice and I have to change my behavior. I have to create a new ritual, swimming against the current. And that's hard. That's hard. Okay, knee to elbow, knee to elbow. How can I bring now and later together? How can I bring now and later together? And then crossing the midline. And then bring them together, bring now and later together. Stay there. Breathe. Release. Bring now and later together. Stay there. Release. And then cross. Bring them together. Stay. Release. And the other cross. And then all four. So lean back, bring them up, and connect. And release. Release your feet wide. With a wide and stable stance, I can explore more concepts and ideas without falling. So with the wide and stable stance, exploring the concepts of starting my practice now or later. Now or later. And then start creating circles or exploring other ways of practicing, or when to start, or excuses, or what are the root causes for me not wanting to practice. Maybe I don't feel good enough, maybe I'm too anxious or too depressed, or I feel I'm not worth practicing. What is going on here? And whatever it is, according to Pema Chodron, right now is a great place to start. Start where you are. Okay, and now come back to neutral and then jump your feet together. Okay, now let's paint. Let's paint the picture of all the reasons where I don't want to start now, I want to start later. So imagine the reasons, or what is the image that comes up for you when you feel that you want to start later? What are the colors? What's the image? So pick your colors and then draw that image when you feel that you want to start later. And then release. And then move to the other side and then think about when you feel excited to start right now. You feel excited to start practicing right now. What's the color? What's happening? What's going on? What is the image when you are willing or ready or even excited to start practicing right now? So pick your color and draw that image. Draw that image. And then release. Okay, now we're going to write the story. So look at your toes. Dip your toes in ink and then write the story. Write the story of the reasons or when you don't want to start. I want to start later. I'm going to do it later. Next week, tomorrow, next year. Draw the story. What is going on when you want to start later? And then step out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together. Breathe. And then release down, drop the head. Inhale, come back up. And then place that foot on your left knee. Use your fingers to separate the toes. Gently guide that knee out, seated pigeon. And then slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that goes under. Give yourself a hug. And maybe look at the little eagle that doesn't want to start now. The eagle who wants to start later. What does that eagle look like? What's the color? How does it feel? What's going on with the eagle that wants to start later? And then find your way to eagle arms or your version of seated eagle. Look at it. Notice what's going on. And then release that bird, release the bird, and land on top of the next mountain. Look at your left toes, dip your toes in ink, and then write the story of when you feel ready to start right now. You don't hesitate, you're excited, you want to start practicing right now. What's the story? What's the story behind that state of mind? You're eager to start practicing right now. And then step out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together, breathe. And then place the left hand on the floor, the right hand on the right knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, look up towards the sky. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, push into both hands to come a little deeper. What can you see? The more we can twist, the more perspective we have, the more we can see. We can see the full, bigger part of the story. And then release the head heavy. Inhale, come up. And then place the right hand on the floor, left hand on the left knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, look up towards the sky. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, push into both hands to come a little deeper into the twist so you can see more of the story. And then release. Inhale, come up. Left foot on the right knee. Use your fingers to separate the toes. Gently guide that left knee out to the side, seated pigeon. And then slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. And then move into your version of eagle. And this time, imagine the eagle that is ready to start now. The eagle that is ready to start practicing right now. What does that eagle look like? How does it feel? What's going on with the eagle that wants to start practicing right now? And then allow that bird to fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away, landing on top of the next mountain. Okay, now bring the feet as wide, with a wide and stable stance again. Wide and stable stance, blinking, bubbling stars, all the way up, clasp the hand, turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. Now bring the story and the image from that bird that is ready to fly, to start practicing right now. Start where you are right now. Bring that image and that story into your mind. Open your arms wide and allow that bird to start flying around, flying around, flying around. Explore the world. Inhale, arms comes up. Exhale, dive deep. Inhale, fly up high. Exhale, dive deep. One more time. Inhale, fly up. And this time, exhale. Then bring the arms behind you, holding on to opposite lower arms. And stay there. You can keep your eyes open or closed. And then scan the bird. Notice where that bird needs rinsing and healing. And imagine bringing the breath to rinse, clean, and heal whatever needs to be rinsed, cleaned, and healed. And then release one arm, shake it out, bring it all the way up, and then place the hand behind your heart. Release the other hand, bring it high, and place it on top of the first hand. Breathe into the back of your heart to your hands. So breathe into your hands. Can you expand the back of your heart? And then release. Okay, now engage the core, jump your feet hip width apart. Bring the heels a little closer, and we're gonna work with our thighs. So pick a number. I'm gonna pick number 10. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Come up to standing, and then pick your number. I'll pick 10. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Big inhale. Exhale. Pick same number or different number. If you want to add, you can do it on one leg. You can jump. You can always modify. Okay, I'll pick 10 again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Big inhale. Exhale. And come all the way up to standing. Okay, we're going to start with the breath of joy. So the breath of joy is 3 inhales and 1 exhale. Starting with the arms out here. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, and exhale. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, exhale. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, exhale. And that's it. Okay, let the arms go. Let the arms go. And then bend the knees and let the body go. And then let the knees come up, crossing the midline. And then finding your position of power, Maybe place one hand on solar plexus and the other one behind you. Inhale into solar plexus. Exhale out through legs, arms, head, and tailbone. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. One more time. Inhale in. Exhale out. Back to position of power. And then starting to lift the leg out to the side, engaging the outer hips. And then lean and lift. Breathe. And then lean and lift. And then taking skillful action. Start where you are. Start where you are. No matter, you could be the most depressed, the most anxious, the most addicted, the most whatever. Start where you are. That's a good place to start. Okay, and release. So So I played with now and later. So later, like this part of me who wants to start later, I'm going to imagine that. If you want to do this with me, you can imagine, give it a color, a shape, a form, and then push that part of you away. Push that part of you away. Push it away. Push it away. Push it away. I no longer need you. Push it away, and it's going to start to come back in, and you can push it away. Push it away. Maybe give it some, you have to kick it away to keep it away. And eventually that pathway in the brain is going to be gone. And now enjoy the new pattern, the new pathway that you are ready to start right now where you are. Start where you are now. Okay, and we're going to celebrate that with 3 sun salutations. I like to start with my feet hip width apart. Another option is big toes to touch. Okay, inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, down the midline. That was 1. 2 more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, down the midline. Last one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline, and then stay there holding your own heart in between your hands with love and compassion. And release. Okay, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Here we go. Inhale to chair posture. Exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the left, to right heel comes off. Take a big step back, find the earth behind you. Setting up for warrior 1. With a wide and stable stance, you can come up to warrior 1. Add some blinking, bubbling stars. Place your hands in your back pockets. Transfer the weight forward, moving into warrior 3. Maybe one hand comes off, maybe the other. And then finding your way back to Tadasana. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the right, left heel comes off. Take a big step back. With a wide and stable stance, you can come up to warrior 1. Add some blinking, bubbling stars. And then place your hands in your back pockets. Transfer the weight forward, moving into warrior 3. One hand comes off, maybe the other one. Ooh. And then finding your way back to Tadasana. Okay, stepping back to warrior 2. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the left, right heel comes off. Take a big step back, open up the pelvic halves. One arm in the past, the other one in the future. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. Back to warrior two, and then move into the future extended side angle. Back to warrior two. Hands on your hips. Straighten the front knee. Release the hand down or to the chair for Trikonasana. Slowly bring the head up towards the sky, and maybe let the arm follow. Hand comes down, gaze comes down, rebend that front knee, finding warrior two one more time. Now hands on the chair, pick up that back foot, lift it up, and maybe the same hand comes off too. Maybe the same hand comes off too. And then find your way back to Tadasana. All right, inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the right, left heel comes off. Take a big step back, open up the pelvic half. One arm in the past, the other one in the future. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. Back to warrior two, move into the future. Extended side angle. Find your way back to warrior two. Hands on your hips, straighten the front knee, release the hand down or to the chair. Let the gaze travel up towards the sky. Maybe let the arm follow. Hand comes down, gaze comes down. Rebend that front knee, finding warrior two one more time. Hands on the chair, and then pick up the back foot. Maybe the same hand comes off. Hand comes down, feet comes together, bend the knees and back up to standing. Okay, tree posture. Starting in Tadasana, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Feel your strength and stability. Drop the seed. Notice how the roots are growing wide and deep. Transfer your weight to the left, right heel comes off. And right now, right here, wherever you are, this is a good time to start practicing your tree, practicing your tree. It could be a moving tree or a still tree. And then finding your way back. Find the stability and strength again in Tadasana, mountain. Drop another seed. Notice how the roots are growing wide and deep. Transfer the weight, left heel comes off. And wherever you are, start growing. Wherever you are, start growing your tree. Can be a traditional tree. It could be a moving tree. Or it could be a dancing tree. Or maybe a flying tree. And then eventually finding your way back to Tadasana. Okay, now let's bring the feet hip distance apart. Spread the toes. Release the knees down. Stay there. Allow the toes to open up. You can stay here, or if you want to, you can sit back on your toes. Inhale, come back up. And then look at your thumb, pick a color, draw a big circle, give the heel a dot. Look at your other thumb, pick a color, draw a big circle, and give your heel a dot. And now look at both thumbs, maybe mix two colors, creating a third. Draw two big circles and place your hands in your back pockets. Release, untuck the toes, bring the knees wide, big toes to touch, and release the hips towards the heels, finding child's posture for a few moments. Inhale, come back up. Clasp the hands, create that stable triangle. Tuck the toes, lean into your support. Engage the core, lift the knees off, there's no rush. And then find your way to dolphin posture. And then bend the knees and come back up to standing. All right. Okay. Now, after the physical practice, we are hopefully a little bit more ready for meditation. Okay, so I'm going to read the passage from Pema Chodron. Pema Chodron is a Buddhist monk. Right here is a good place to start. Start where you are. This is very important. Meditation practice is not about later, when you get it all together and you're this person you really respect. You may be the most violent person in the world. That's a fine place to start. That's a very rich place to start. Juicy, smelly. You might be the most depressed person in the world, the most addicted person in the world, the most jealous person in the world. You might think that there are no others on the planet who hate themselves as much as you do. All of that is a good place to start, just where you are. That's the place to start. Okay, so we have about 8-9 minutes. So find your seat, sit up tall, bring your awareness to your breathing, and then I'm going to be quiet for about 8-9 minutes. Here we go. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, move your head from side to side. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. If you want to, you can bring your hands up in Anjali Mudra, holding your own heart in between your hands with love and compassion. Maybe bow your head in gratitude for this practice, thousands of years old. Thank your inner guide, your past, present, and future teachers, and all the people that are joining you on this journey. Open your eyes, raise your gaze, and thank you so much for practicing together. Namaste.